Come on, you got to help me out. What is going on with Kirk Cousins right now in D.C.?
I'm really surprised you guys called. There's nothing going on here. There's literally nothing to talk about. Our GM is being spotted at Whole Foods, apparently studying quinoa instead of working at Redskins Park and picking players. And as far as Kirk Cousins goes, I literally don't know because every hour there is like a new report. I will say this. He never actually signed that franchise tag. He ran with the pen last year to go do that a year ago. So I think there's a message there that he would probably like a trade, and I am more inclined to believe that he would, and especially with what's going on around here right now, I really don't blame him.
Can the relationship be repaired at all between franchise and quarterback?
I don't know. I mean, here's the big first mistake that was made. Okay, psychologically, it's the wrong thing to do last summer. Forget the financial part of the whole thing. Like they could have had him at a deal with what's going to happen next year with Carr and Stafford that would be perfect for them and flexible for them. And regardless of how they felt about him, whether they think he's going to be Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger or whoever you consider a top 5 quarterback, because they clearly didn't think that last year. Even if you don't think that, like, they don't have plan B. That's never existed here. So he's had them over a barrel with the franchise tag. They offered him a contract with guarantees that were about the same amount of money that he got by signing the 1-year deal. It made no sense for him at any point in time to sign that last year. And clearly, because this is so unusual with a quarterback, who does this with their franchise quarterback after he broke a franchise record and, oh, by the way, did it again, last year playing on the you got to prove it to me year. Who does this to someone like that? So you can understand mentally they're a mess. And now they have to suck up their egos and give him a contract they never wanted to give him or begrudgingly do it. And how is that going to work? And I think he understands that. And look around. Pierre Garçon is leaving. Deshaun Jackson is leaving. The GM's not with the team. We don't know why. Nobody's saying particularly why. This is a wreck. It's literally a wreck.
What about
I feel so much better about myself now.
I know. And so Alexa's asking about the relationship between team and player. What about the relationship between player and fans? Which side are they going with?
I think that they initially sided with the Redskins to a degree. Do we think he should be paid like Aaron Rodgers or Andrew Luck or a top-tier quarterback? No. We kind of understand that. However, there was some kind of happy medium that could have been met, like whatever Brock Osweiler got last year. That would have looked really smart right now. It would have made him happy. It would have got the guarantees they wanted. We wouldn't be having these questions. Who puts their quarterback in this situation? Then he goes out and proves it. Flacco did this. He bet on himself. And the Ravens turned around and said, sorry, we were wrong. Here's your contract. They're not doing that here. The first meeting they had with him, they gave him a contract again that is below the amount of money he would sign for just by signing the tag and could be a free agent next year. His market value will not change regardless of what happens this year again. He's got more leverage than any player I think I've ever seen in NFL history, especially one who is not Tom Brady, where it's so obvious you cannot let this person walk away from your organization. I think the end game is going to be he's going to leave. And they're going to have to get a deal. And everyone around here is going, well, if they get San Francisco to give them the 2nd overall pick, isn't that a great return? Who said they're giving them the 2nd overall pick? This is pie in the sky, feelings that it's just going to happen that way. They haven't come forward with any kind of deal that would feel palatable. So I got a funny feeling because they don't want to give him this contract. And now it's becoming clear he probably would like to go with Kyle Shanahan, someone who's going to embrace him and the organization is going to love him. Coach is going to be there for a long period of time. GM just got there, and they'll start over there because his roster's been eradicated here too. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. So it's not like they're going to come back with that same offense from a year ago. My guess is he's going to leave in one way, shape, or form, and I would assume it will happen before the draft.